Good morning to all of you. The case of 9 years old Italian Marine's case ultimately came to at least a logical conclusion in India. You may be knowing, you can call it as Enrica Lexi Italian Marine case. I remember the day very well because just 1 year after my retirement, having worked as the DSP Marine, I was literally confused on seeing a case registered in Kollam police station of Kerala on the incident of Marines firing on our boat, Indian boat. Ultimately, the case ended after the government of Italy, they paid a compensation, hefty compensation of 10 crores. Of course, it is divided into 4 into 4. 2 Indian fishermen died, 2 plus 4 plus 4, 8, plus 2 crores to the owner of the boat, Saint Anthony, that boat's name is. Now, this is a very interesting case for the public international law people. They have to read it or please see my video twice or thrice so that you can understand the principles laid in the public international law, particularly on the UNCLOS, United Nations Commission on the Law of Seas, and the Arbitration Award, and the investigation by NIA, and the local investigation, and the Jones, according to Maritime Jones Act, how this comes. All these points will be covered here. Please pay some attention. On 15th February 2012, this incident happened. So this Enrica Lexia, or this is an Italian boat, Italian ship. It was coming from Italy, proceeding towards Bombay. So when it was going in the contiguous zone of the Arabian Sea, that is, it's located about the distance of about 26.2 nautical miles from the coast of Kerala. The Marines or the coast guards or the security guards on the ship, 2 persons by names Latore, that is Massimalar Latore, and the second person is Salvatore Girone. Both of them have found a boat coming towards them, and they mistook it as a pirate boat and fired on them, due to which 2 Indian fishermen by names Valentin Jalasthin and Ajesh Binki, both of them were shot dead. They were traveling in the boat Saint Anthony. Of course, it did not exhibit its flag. That's the main problem. Whatever it is, so as though nothing happened, they were proceeding towards Bombay. But on learning about the incident, the wife of one of the deceased, she filed a complaint to the police. Immediately, they have asked them, sent a message to the ship to return back. It has returned back. Ultimately, both these Marines, they were deported. They were arrested on 9/2/2012 and sent for remand. That's one part of the story. Now the real story started. Here, there was a dispute between the Republic of Italy and Union of India regarding the jurisdiction, whether India has got the jurisdiction to try the case. First of all, Kerala High Court held that actually the matter came to the Supreme Court. So what happened? These 2 people were arrested, and subsequently in 2013, one of them was released to go to Italy to attend the Christmas function, and another person was also left to Italy on bail, but they did not come back. And a diplomatic rift took place between India and Italy because the government of Italy, they said they are not going to surrender these 2 Marines. That's another problem. Now, as regards the investigation also, they raised objection. How the local police had registered a case of 302? Because according to Maritime Jones Act, please remember, the territorial waters extend only up to 12 nautical miles. Later, the contiguous zone, later the continental shelf, these come under the domain of the Union of India. So the government, central government has to take up investigation. As per the directions of the Supreme Court, the National Investigation Agency, they took charge of the investigation. Of course, they filed the charge sheet. Now, the government of Italy, they have filed a case Actually, in the international court, the matter was taken to international court basing on the United Nations Convention on the Law of Seas. This is UN clause. So the tribunal held that India has no jurisdiction to try the case because the flag belonged to Italy. So the government of Italy has to conduct the trial in the case. Of course, ultimately, the tribunal also, they expected or they know the grief of the deceased persons, the family, and ultimately they wanted to settle the issue in the permanent court of arbitration. Of course, India also has to agree. In the meanwhile, the Republic of Italy, they filed a writ petition number 135 by 2012 before the Supreme Court, stating that so Italy has got jurisdiction and India has got no jurisdiction. Ultimately, since the matter went to the International Court of Arbitration, that is Permanent Court of Arbitration, so this court asked both India and Italy not to conduct any investigation and let them keep silent, that they will receive, that they will decide the matter. Ultimately, arguments were heard on both sides. Ultimately, they have granted 10 crores compensation from the government of Italy to be paid to the bereaved members of the family. Of course, in the meanwhile, these actually not government of Italy, the ship owner, he has come into compromise settlement with the bereaved members of the family, and I think he was ready to pay 1 crore each to the bereaved members. So whatever it is, ultimately, so this matter has been pending right from 2012 to 2020. Ultimately, Supreme Court in 2020 said that if the government of Italy pays the so-called 10 crores amount, definitely they are ready to withdraw the case. But unless they give the money, unless they pay the money to the concerned stakeholders, they are not going to withdraw the case. Actually, government of India wanted to discharge the case. Of course, the Supreme Court rightly sent notice to the affected parties. Of course, affected parties also agreeable for the compromise. Ultimately, it was ordered that if the government of Italy pays 10 crores, the Supreme Court is ready to quash the case. Ultimately, yesterday, that is on I think 15th, on 15/6/2021, the government of Italy paid 10 crores. So the Supreme Court, using its powers under 142 of the Constitution of India, they have discharged the case. So now we are sure that the case attained a decent burial, at least so far as the local proceedings are concerned. Good case. So please read it and enrich your legal knowledge. Thank you very much.